There we are. Okay, I had to get that fixed up, reconnected. Cool. Awesome. So hopefully you guys are having a wonderful Friday. 6-5. Having the good old days. Looks like we've got, yep, our things are all loaded up. That's good. Good news. Good news there. All right, we're going to go check out our YouTube side of things. The YouTube side of things. Okay. All right, cool. Cool. There's that. And then we've got ourselves over here on the Twitch side of things. Let's go check that out. Make sure we're good. Make sure we're good. Go there. Okay, cool. Awesome. Yay, things. Yay, things. All right. So, yeah, hopefully you guys are having a good Friday. This is Busy Gamer Dad doing our Magic the Gathering Forged play. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying it. As you can see, we have the streamer schedule right there. So we do live streams every Friday, 9 to 12 Eastern Standard Time. And then on the YouTube side of things, we do canned videos. We have 2 gameplay sessions, 1 and 2. 1 is on Sundays and Thursdays. The section 1 is on Mondays and Saturdays. Currently for wow, my brain. Currently for, oh, I realized that we have a typo. Oh, I gotta change that. It should be Sundays and yeah, we're missing Friday. Friday's not on there. Fridays is live streams, but we have a video that's not being up there. Oh, darn it. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is our session gameplay, and what that is on the Gamer Dad channel is we have a game that we cover in 3 episodes, about 20 to 30 minutes, and games that I think are either good games for your busy gamer life or not so good games for your busy gamer life. But I want to showcase them in case you're looking for something that's a little bit different and enjoy certain different contents and things like that. Most of the games are indie games or smaller developer games because that's the community that reaches out to me and wants to see if I'm willing to cover their games, and has graciously offered me Steam keys or demo access or things like that. And I feel like it's my job in a sense, or my duty, my responsibility to being a small streamer, be like, yeah, sure, I'm a small streamer, you're a small indie developer, a single developer, whatever. I'll show your content for most of the games if I really do feel that they are worth investing the time in showing, and something that I feel would resonate with the busy gamer community, people that are out there just looking for a little bit of time to spend playing a video game after a busy week. And so that's what the session gameplay series is all about. But I will update this. So session 1, gameplay 1 and gameplay 2 are on the beginning and the end of the week on 2 separate days. So yeah, currently we're doing Ogre Battle and we're doing Replaced. Ogre Battle's been a lot of fun. I've been having a lot of fun with that. I really have enjoyed that. It's been enjoyable to get back into that game because I haven't played that game in a very long time. I never beat that game when I was a kid, and I'm playing it on my Super Nintendo, which I have hooked up here. So yeah, that's a little bit fun. That's a little bit enjoyable. All right, let's get a ye old glasses on so that we're good there. All right, nice. Makes me look much more intelligent, right? Much more approachable, right? Is that what we're going for there? I think that's what we're going for there. That's what we're going for there. That is what we're going for there. All right, cool. So, yeah, hopefully you guys are having some fun out there in the TV land. Hopefully you guys are enjoying yourselves on our Friday here. Kind of a low-key, low stakes stream today. Just going to be having some fun. I did play a little bit this week, and I fiddled around as I promised with creating the red blue Is It deck or Prismari deck, depending on how you want to take a look at it. And I just kind of basically put some cards in there. I got 91 cards that are red blue, and I was just kind of trying to whittle down what I was going for, but I ran out of time and I wasn't really able to get too far into it. This is without lands. Or no, wait, this does have lands in it. This just has basic lands in it. So we really do need to get some. I would really focus on making this deck if I had the dual lands, the red-blue lands for the Is It or Prismari sets to really help with mana fixing and things like that, and see what we can do from there. But I think we got a really good base for this, and I think we got a really good opportunity to make some, we'll say, fun happen with this. Yeah, so let's see here. This is probably the only card that I have that's a dual land that's like potentially really useful for us. But I have just a lot of just like vibes for this deck that I'm like, yeah, maybe I can do the card draw deck. Maybe I can do the burst deck or instant sorcery that Izzets are known for. Have a couple of creatures in the deck as well. A couple ones you've seen from our blue-black deck in there. But not anything that's super worth it for mentioning right now, because like I said, it's a work in progress. So I will continue to chip away at that and see what I can do to make things happen for it. Yeah, our blue-black deck is Demiri, and it is a rogue deck, and we've had some really good success with it, in all honesty. I think that we have a really good deck, and what I'm going to do now is we're kind of waiting on the game to tell us what to do. We have now gotten this quest for Sir Donovan where we have to find the library, and we're going to move on with the main story, and that's in the blue biome here. So that's going to be all the way over here. So we're going to make our way over there, but we have to kind of go out and around this central place. So we'll probably go down this way and make our way over there. And that's going to be the focus of our episode today, is we're going to make a little bit of progress with the main narrative, the main story. The link for this game should be in the description for the stream, as well as our information for our Discord server. If you're not a member of the Discord server, I do encourage you to take a look and see if you want to join. It's free to join, and I post links to articles for free games all the time. So that's one reason to join, and the other reason is to stay up to date with all the Busy Gamer Dad shenanigans and antics. I do post on there fairly regularly, not just about the videos and stuff like that, but also those links to the articles, and it's a great community. I think that we have a budding community of parents out there looking to reminisce or to talk with other parents about, like, hey, what is it like to be a parent? What is it like to have these struggles, trials, and tribulations? Can you help me figure out how to handle these situations and navigate the difficulties of being a part of this small person's life? This is actually a really good one for us to do, but I don't want to do it unless I have a quest for it. So I don't want to burn that place out. So what I'm going to do right now, okay, so that's the library we got to get to. I'm curious. Let's see, do we have an Izzet in here? No, okay. I'm going to avoid going to the inn and just out of, we'll say, resistance to making it a problem. Let's see here. Death Touch, you may look at it and you may play lands. Oh, okay. We don't really need that. Merfolk. Merfolk are pretty strong. Human Wizard. Whenever on this creature. Oh, okay. Silphid. Okay. Escape Artist. Death Cultist. Is all I'll say. Wandering Ones. Interesting. Scattered to the Wind. I feel like this is a pretty good one. Change the target spell and ability. Only that new ability. Okay. We have a fair amount of gold, so that's why I'm like looking to potentially spend it, because I don't want to lose it. If you have played this game before, you understand what I'm talking about. You lose a percentage of gold if you lose fights, and so it's better to walk around with less money in your pockets than more. There is that certain, we'll say, drop-off point when you have no choice but to carry 100,000 or 10. That's a bit of exaggeration, but a large amount of cash on you, large amount of gold on you. There's Savant. No, nothing really here that I'm like, great, awesome. Bringer of the Green Dawn. This is actually pretty good for a green stompy deck, or if you're doing a rainbow deck, or if you have a treasure token deck, you could make this happen for 5. We could potentially make that happen with our Prismari deck, but do we really want to? That's the big thing. Like, do we really want something like that in our deck? And does it fit the theme? And kind of the answer is no. It just doesn't. Oh, this is from the latest set, Strixhaven. When you cast a spell you don't own on each creature. Oh, that's pretty interesting. Ghostlet, counter target spell. Okay. Whenever it attacks team. Okay. Amplify kicker. When this enters the battlefield, if it was kick, return target. Oh, okay. Whenever you cast an inner sorcery, gets. So that's pretty good for our. Well, not pretty good. I mean, it's another option for our Is It deck. Target player discards a card, then or draws a card and then discards a card. Do you want that? Not really. Meh. That's all I say. Meh to you and your cards. Captain's Hook, equipped pirate, menace, becomes permanently attached. When Pirate Hook becomes attached from a permanent, destroy that permanent. Oh, okay. Raid, Daring Saboteur, Whaling Pirates, Shipwreck, Whaling Pirates. So you could fish for pirates here if you really wanted to. Yeah. Interesting. Spell cost for each energy token you have. Yeah, okay. And then Jin's Catch of the Day, huh? Merfolk. So again, if you wanted something like a Merfolk deck, you're looking to build one, these are the kind of stores that you would go to and just fish and refresh. No pun intended. Slivers seem to be just so powerful in this game. I've thought about getting them and making a sliver deck. I don't know. I mean, this is a pretty good one. Leeching Sliver. Just flat hit somebody for one for every sliver you create. So, I mean, I'll buy that. Taunting Sliver. It's goated. Okay. Whenever a sliver deals combat damage to a player, its controller may. Oh, okay. Siphon Sliver has lifelink. I mean, we'll buy that guy too. Buy both of these just to have them, and just for the fun of it, let's refresh and see what we get. Whenever a sliver deals combat damage, so this is Death Touch. Before it was Death Touch. All slivers have this sliver gains as long as you control a swamp. All slivers regenerate. Okay. Shadow Sliver. We'll get the Death Touch one. Can't be blocked except by slivers. This is an artifact sliver. It's 5 for 3. Armored Sliver. Victual Sliver. I don't know what Shadow is. Shadow, I'm assuming, is a thing. But yeah, if I were to do anything else, I might do a sliver deck. That'd be a little bit fun to play. Alright, let's see here. Fairy Mastermind Rogue Flash. Whenever an opponent draws their second card each turn, you may draw a card. Okay. Nibbled Pathfinder, Trap Finder. Can't be blocked. Enters the battlefield. Combat start if you have a full party. Creates. Okay. Alora Merry Thief. Halfling, whenever you attack. Up to one target attacking creature can't be blocked this turn. Return that creature to its owner's hand. Choose a background. Okay. We do have one of these already. What about you? Magical Trickster. Ward is the beginning of your next step. If you have the initiative, choose a background. Menace. Whenever a card in your graveyard is put in your hand, conjure a duplicate into your hand. Oh, interesting. Okay. All right. Well, not anything that's really speaking to me, so we'll leave it alone. Leave it alone for now. We'll leave it alone for now. All right. Now we're going to go have some fun. We're going to go do this. This library is going to probably take the entire episode. The structure before you is enormous, looking more like an ancient fortress than a library. A small group of scholars carrying books around the entrance seems to confirm the building's purpose. But something odd about their mannerisms has you on edge as you approach. Yay. This is going to take the entire episode. All right. He's going to try and beat me with a book. Archivist. Let's see if we're strong enough to do this, huh? Let's see if we're strong enough to do this. So we did get Teferi's staff, and we're swapping that out and trying to see what we can get use from this. The reason why I have this in here is because we get a +1 from all rewards from winning fights. So that's why I have it here. And then let's see, at the beginning of your end step, untap target artifact or land you control. That's actually stupid good for our deck. And that's probably good for our other deck too. I can't activate exile staff, phases out, treat as though anything attached to it until its controller's next turn. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to be able to use the I don't know how we would activate it. Is it, I think it's 2 crystals or a white and a blue, not both, so we can activate it one of 2 ways. We'd have to activate it using our mana rocks here, but I don't think that's the resource that does that. This is a terrible draw. We need to mulligan. We need at least 3 lands, and we got all the lands, to make our deck really function. So 2 is the threshold right there. We have to put 1 on the bottom of our library. I'm actually going to opt to put the tap land on the bottom of our library, and we're going to keep the rest of it. And then swamp and pass turn. All right, and then they tapped out a indestructible land. Interesting. Okay. Fair enough. This right here. So end turn. Next round we'll be able to get the Death Cult out. That one? Cool. Great. He's got 2 lands out. So he's playing blue-white. This game favors your playstyle to allow 2 color decks. You don't really want to have one. Unless you're really going for like a specific creature build, something like goblins or merfolk or elves or something like that. It makes more sense for your capacity and strength to do it that way. Let's see here. Overwhelming Archivist. When it enters the battlefield, draw a card, then discard a card. Disrupt. You may cast this from your graveyard transformed. Oh. Not disrupt, disturb cost. Okay. Alright, that's fine. Drop you down. I could do Kiku, or I could do this. Let's do the sacrifice. Right there. And that tapped my mana in a weird way. Not that I was ever going to get Kiku out, so I guess it doesn't necessarily matter. Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter. Alright, cool. We're going to keep going. We are going to attack. Hopefully everyone's doing well today, having a great Friday, having fun out there. We will untap you. Okay, cool. End round. So he's bringing that back. If Archive Haunt would be put in your graveyard from anywhere, exile it instead. Okay. All right. So from here, we're going to actually have him sacrifice it. I don't see why we wouldn't. Just get rid of the creature, right? And then we gotta get that out. Hindsight being what it is, I probably should have done that one first, but it's okay. That's all good. We're still knocking the dust off of how we can play. Another one. Okay, that's fine. So let us bring out let's bring out Kiku. Let's do that. I think that's the right play. Right there. And then we'll just attack with you because you can't be blocked unless it's by a rogue, and this is a spirit wizard, so we're okay. So he's gonna take another 2. And then we're gonna untap a land, so we're gonna untap black land, so that way we can flash in our Soaring Thought Thief, and then we will end turn. He's gonna attack. Flying. Yep. Okay, so we're gonna flash this in, and then we can declare blocker. Why can't we do this? Why can't it block when it attacks me? Doesn't say I can't. I'm so confused why I can't block. Oh, because we're still in the attack phase. Right there. That's why. That's why. There. Oh, and now he is buried by books. He's bouncing my card on to the second from the top of my library. Well, that sucks. And we're not taking the 2. Okay, that's fine. That's okay. That's good. Not too bad. Well, let's just kill this now. Right there. And now that's exiled. And we just attack for another 2. We can untap a land. I'll just untap our swamp there. And then Overwhelmed Archivist. Okay. And he's going to draw a card. And that's fine because I will... Yeah, I mean, I'll just kill it right now so he doesn't have that. And we'll just keep on hitting him for 2. We'll get there. Eventually, we'll get there. Yeah, Kiku's really putting in work because we'll just kill this thing now. Next round. Oh, there's another land. That's actually really helpful. So what we'll do is we'll do Kiku. Yep, kill that. And then we will attack here. And then at the end of the phase, we'll untap a swamp with our Teferi's Staff. And we'll click OK. He got another land himself. He's got 7 cards in hand. So you got to think he's got something. Archivist. Another Archivist. Okay. Let's flash in the Thought Thief. Cool. Good. Another land. I mean, we'll just have Kiku keep going, right? Like, what's the reason to not have Kiku keep plinking away at his creatures? There, and then we just hit him with these 2. And at the end step, we will untap this. And we'll bring nothing out because we're at end step. We can't do anything. Okay. Walking Archive. Defender. Walking Archive comes into play with a +1/+1 counter at the beginning of your upkeep. That player draws a card. Oh, okay. This can get pretty big. In a card draw deck? Okay. Alright, and then he's going to draw 2 cards. So that makes that a 4/4. Or no. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player draws a card for each. Oh, okay, so it doesn't get... Okay, I thought that ramped up. Okay. Alright, alright. Yep, so each player's upkeep. So he continues to draw cards. But Kiku with the removal. Just plunk, gone. Right? We do have the ability to drop another card. Let's do that right there. And then Alpha Strike, just minus the wizard. And we've got him. Nice. That went pretty okay. Very slow, very methodical. So we do get one more card bonus from this. These are pretty good lands. We got 3 of them though. Jeez. We'll just sell the one. Why is this so expensive? It's so expensive for card draw. I don't get why that one's there. Tome of the Infinite. Conjure random cards. So infinite. Okay, all right. Ormos, Archive Keeper, flying. If you would draw a card while your library has no cards, instead put 5. Well, don't you lose the game if you don't have cards? I thought you lose the game. Yeah, I think we're going to get rid of that one. Automatic Librarian. This is just a Scryer. Field Research, Kicker. Draw 2 cards. If this spell is kicked, draw 3 instead. I guess we'll hold on to that and see if it might make sense to put in our Izzet deck. Defender. Comes in with a token. Yeah, we'll get rid of that guy too. Buried in Books. That's just a very expensive bounce. We already have bounce cards, so cool. Yeah, okay. All right, on we go. Another archivist looking to give me a paper cut. Alrighty. 1-2 lands. We'd be on the draw for the 3rd. We do have a Brainstorm, but we can't cast that. We do have Chainer's Edict. We'll keep it. We're on the draw for a blue source, so hopefully it works out for us. Less than ideal. Less than ideal. Alright, so we'll end turn. Yep, that's understandable. Okay, there's our blue source. Perfect. That worked out really well for us. I am not going to... Let's see here. Draw 3, then put 2 on the library. Do I want to do that right now? Not really. So I'm just going to get out Cradell, and then I'll end turn. We'll untap our blue source. Overwhelmed Archivist. Yep, he's going to draw a card. That's fine. We'll end turn. Land. Let's have him... Yeah, let's have him sacrifice this right here. There we go. And so then we're going to go into this. And we're going to slap him around. Yep, I don't care about that. Yep. Cancel that. Okay. Yeah, we'll put that on the top of our deck. We do want that. We need one. We need at least one more land. Right here. Cool. All right. Preston the Vanquisher. Or no, Vanisher. Preston the Vanisher. Rabbit Wizard. Whenever another non-token creature in this battlefield under your control, if it wasn't cast, create a copy. Oh, well, no, they're all cast cards. Okay. So we knew that was coming. We'll drop that down. We will put out our Aven now, and attacking won't do anything because unfortunately we don't have a way to bypass that. We can untap a land. I don't know, just that one is fine. That way we have access to both sources. He's dropping... Oh, he's scrying. Nope, he chose to scry, okay. And then, okay, he's got the haunting, or archive haunt. Let's do this now. Right. So we don't need the quietest spike, but that might be good. Echoing Truth, I think I got to get rid of this. It was in our deck for reasons last round, so I think I'm going to get rid of it. And, yeah, just, we don't need that. So I'm going to put, pick 2 to select cards from your hand. This one and this one, and then we will put that one first, that one next. Okay. Okay, and so we picked that card up again. That's fine. That was expected. Um. Let's pull this guy out now. And let's attack. Okay, and we're not going to pay the 2. Is he choosing to block? He is not. What do we got here? Key to the archive enters battlefield tab. When key to the archive enters battlefield, draft a card from key of the archive spellbook. Then discard a card. Add 2 mana in any combination. Jace's Archivist. Each player discards his or her hand, then draws equal number of the greatest number of cards. What? Why would you do that? That seems really... I mean, I like both of these two. I feel like this one is the more appropriate one for us to get. Yeah, let's get that one. Okay. And then we will end turn. We can untap a land. Let's do that. Oh, so he's putting it 2 from the top. Okay, that's fine. Whenever we draw a card, we get a +1/+1 counter on this guy. This is an instant, so I'll hold on to that for now. Let's drop you out right there. Okay, so now we have the Larcenist. That'll help with the card draw for you to get you pumped up. We can bounce this to its hand. Yeah, okay. I kind of like where this is going. I kind of like what we have. So at end step, I would like to have you untap us. Oh, no, there he is. Exile target creature you don't control. For each creature exiled this way, its controller searches the library for basic land. Okay, so yeah, he notices that... Yep, okay. So he notices that's going to ramp and he's exiling it. Search your library. Yes, we will. Let's pull out, I think, an island. Yeah, let's pull out an island. Right there. Okay. And he's going to hit me for 2. He's going to draw a card. We're going to take the 2. He's going to put out another haunting, archive haunt. All right, so... I mean, we can have a lot of fun. I can bounce both of these back to his hand. So if I drop this for 3, and then I untap a land. Yeah. So drop that for 3. We actually don't even need to untap a land. Okay, cool. Awesome. Right there. Then we get the power 9 in our deck. And we have this in response, but we have this to really mess with him because we can bounce both of these back to his hand if he attacks with them both. Yeah, so I'm going to end turn. We can untap a land. Let's untap a swamp. The reason why we're able to untap a land, if you don't know what was going on, is we have Teferi's Staff. That's what's allowing us to do that. Okay. Yep. So he's bringing out an Archivist. Okay. And he's choosing not to attack, which is interesting. Oracle the Alpha is really kind of dissuading him, which is weird. But okay. Whatever. I don't want to do this. I can bring out... Three and 3, or 3 and 2 to equip this. I mean, let's do 3 and 2 and equip this. That gives it a 2/2. So that makes it a, yeah, let's do it. So we bring him out, and then we'll equip it on Oracle right there. So that's a 4/5, and we will attack with him, start attacking with him. He's gonna have to block both with this, so right there, and yep, we'll do that. We scry 1. We'll do that on this. Okay. We don't have mana for it, so we ignore that. And we get another land. It's a tap land. No. I want to bottom library that. And I will cast this next round. The artifact that we got. Alright, cool. We're going to end turn. Untap a land. We'll do that one. So he's going to hit me. He's going to draw a card. Magus of the Moat. Creatures without flying can't attack. Oh, okay. Well, it's a good thing Oracle's going to be our main thoroughfare for doing the damage, huh? But I could also just kill it. Let's do this right now. Let's, oh wait, where is it? It's here. I have to go here. I have to get this. It costs 4 to bring it out. Right there. Yep. Enters the battlefield tapped. And then when it enters, draft a card from the spellbook, then discard a card. So what's its spellbook? Let's see what its spellbook is. These are in Japanese. I have no idea what these are. No idea what these do. Not a clue. This is the only one that I can think of that would have any effect. Petrify. So I guess we'll do that one. This looks like it's a destroy artifact spell. This one looks like it's a counter spell, just from the card art. I'm going to take the one I know what it does. And then discard a card. I want to discard you. Okay. There, and we'll attack with you. Right there. Okay. We're not going to make that unblockable, so we'll pass that. Right there. We don't need the Grim Bauble. A 2/2, -2/2 would take out the Archivist. Do I care? I guess I can keep that there. We'll put it on the top. We'll leave it on the top. All right. We'll leave it on the top. Well, he's going to block and kill it anyway. So that sucked. All right. So that's gone now. Okay. Let's do you. All right. And then we're going to end turn. Any combination of lands. And yep. So he cast a spell. He's going to take 2 damage. And he's putting Oracle the Alpha on the top of my library, which is fine because I can do that again. Every time I bring him in, I get more of those. Power 9, so I'll take that. Now here's the downside. If I cast these 2 spells, or this, any of the spells here, we take 2 damage, which sucks. But we'll just equip this to her. And phases out. Cost this one. So if I just do that, right? Do this. That one. Auto pay. Pay this? Oh, I have to pay this in addition to the cost. So that's why it's balanced. Okay. I guess I have no choice then. I do have to take the hit for 2. Remove that. And then now they can attack pretty unimpeded. Yeah. So he's got a choice to make. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? We will hit with those two. Do I want to make either of them on? Well, do I want to make Cradell unblockable? Yeah, I mean, sure, let's go for it. And then I can do the Grim Bobble, right? No, I guess I can't. No, I can do the Grim Bobble. I would use this. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Um. Okay, and we'll do that with you, right there. And then bring a creature back. If I had that, he chose to eat both of them. We'll leave that on the top. And then he didn't choose to block, which is very weird. But okay, so I will do the Grim Bobble and I will take this out because he's getting card draw and I don't like that. And then we'll end turn. Untap land and or artifact. So we'll untap that guy. All right, cool. Defender during your upkeep, scry 1. He's doing that twice. That sucks. Target creature artifact. So I'll take the 2 to kill one of them. Now here's what we do. We have 3, 6 that we need for this. So I tap there. Blue, it doesn't matter. Yes, I'm gonna take the 3. And then if I do here, auto pay for that. So that now has Death Touch. I don't have another source for you. Darn, I thought I had 1 more mana. Oh well, no big deal. There, and then we attack with both of these. And then make him unblockable. Yep, just pay with those 2. That's okay. And he's going to take the damage, oddly enough. No. I want this to go first, and then that to go next. Okay, good. 3 there, and then Cradell is going to do the 1 damage and take him out. Oh, and there's a Black Lotus. Not that we need it. We'll top deck that because we won. All right, cool. That wasn't bad. Oh, the game crashed. Oh no. That sucks. I hoped it saved. I hope it saved. That's the first time the game has crashed on us. That sucks. I really hope it saved. We were doing really well. I really hope it's saved. That makes me sad. Adventure mode. Continue. Let's see. Nope, didn't save. Well, that sucks. Oh well. Let's take this moment here. We'll remove that from the deck. What else was there that I put in here? I think we're okay with everything else. Yeah, I think we're okay. This was the other card I put in here. I kind of like having him around, another flyer. Alright. Alright, that sucks. Yep, alright. Continue carrying books around. So we know what to expect, but that really sucks. There's a portal here. Alright, well, let's try again. 3/4 land, we will keep it. And we have Oracle of the Alpha in hand, so that's not terrible. A pretty good hand. We got a pretty good hand. All right. End turn. Unlocking archive. Is that sorcery? That's a sorcery. Okay. Mm-mm-mm. Let's drop this down and kill that so he doesn't get too much card draw. And then we will play this. We'll end turn there, and then we'll flash this in at the end of his next turn. Or end of this round. Add 1 blue for your mana pool for each artifact you control. That's kind of powerful. You can see why that's a mythic. Alright, so we drew cards. Alright, we're going to flash this in. Alright. Drop this down. Oracle the Alpha. Right there. Good. And then... Oh, nope. Yep, okay, caused him to mill. We can untap a land. Let's do that. Right there. An archivist. That's fine. Drop that down. I mean, he's got no way of blocking our attacks, so we're just gonna beat the heck out of this guy. Let's put it on you. And we will do both of them. Yep. We will bottom deck that. We do not need any more land. He's going to take some damage, mill half his library, and we get a 2/2 token. Let's do this. Untap a blue, so that way at the end of his turn, we're going to do Brainstorm. He's putting Oracle the Alpha on top of my deck. That's fine, because I'm going to Brainstorm. He's going to draw a card. Okay, fine. So we'll Brainstorm right there, and then put 2 on the top. Sure. There. Take those, and then we will end turn. Oh, no, it's a swamp. Oh, could have guessed we were going to get that. There, and drop Oracle the Alpha again, and then we'll put the power 9 back in our library. And, or not back, but again in our library. And we'll bring out the Menace right there, and we'll just keep swinging at this guy. Yep. Untap blue, just to have it untapped on the top of our library. Okay. 2 from the top, I mean. There's the Ancestral Recall. So if I really wanted to, we can do that. First we'll drop this. I mean, might as well, right? Target player, that's me. Do this. We will auto pay that. And don't have a way of casting anything else, but that's fine because we have lethal. And we're just gonna crush the fool. We're just gonna crush the fool. Scry, we'll put that on the bottom. Perfect. Perfect. Cool. Awesome. Awesome. There we are. Nice. All right, so we won that round. Now hopefully it doesn't crash. I'm glad we got this. This is actually a pretty good one. This isn't bad either. It's interesting we got 2 of them. So I'm going to take that one there. Take that one out there. Buried in books. This is a very convoluted way to bounce a card. So, yeah. There. Field research. This is also, we have better ways of doing that. The indestructible land I'll hold on to. And then Tome of the Infinite. I'll hold on to that as well. Alright, cool. Cool, cool, cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to follow this guy around. Oh, no. Ah, no. Stay away. I'm going to follow this guy around. Maybe not. Let's see if we can juke. Nope, we can't. Well, let's pull him this way. Oh, darn it. Well, that sucks. Are you going to come up these stairs? You probably are. All right, well, we're in the library now. Oh, there we go. There we are. There we are. That works out really well. So I'm going to go out the door, and I'm going to save it. That way we don't have to worry about it. If the game crashes, again, we'll be at least a little bit further along. All right, so we're going to go this way. Go this way. Oh, come on, dude. Go. Go away. Alright, so I don't have to fight these guys. I think I can literally just go up the top of this thing. Dust-covered tomes of nondescript subjects fill the shelf. You have a feeling these have been untouched for quite some time. Interesting. So I could just kind of skirt around this. Oh, here you find a collection of biographies of wizards you'd never heard of. A quick skim of the contents makes you wonder who bothered to write these. I don't know who did. I don't know. So we got to fight this guy to get up the next floor. Let's do that. Let's do that. We'll be cheeky. We'll go around everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 3 of them are tap lands. I mean, I don't like it, but we'll keep it. We'll keep it. I'll put the tap land down because we do have the shakedown, and that's a really good way of getting card draw. So we'll hold on to that. Nice. Okay. Let's put another tap land down, and then we will end turn. Right there. Okay. Let's get our shakedown out now, and then we'll end turn. That one. There. Whenever an opponent searches their library, you gain a life and draw a card. Huh. Interesting. Okay. I don't think I'll be doing that, but it's good to know that that's going to be a penalty for me if I do. Oh. So, let's bring you up now. Right there, 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 and let's see if he lets me draw a card. He probably will. He did. That makes sense. We did play a land this turn, did we not? I think we did. Yeah, we did play a land this turn. Okay, good. All right, so we'll end turn here. He is exiling that. That sucks. Yep, that's fine. We'll search our library for a island. Let's do that. Let's search an island. Pull that out. Yep, okay, fair enough. And then he's going to hit me for 2. I'm not blocking it. And, oh, okay. Busy mills 13 cards. That sucks. Ouch. All right, fair enough. Well, you mill me, I mill you. Take this, you jerk. Yep, we take a wolf token. I've already tapped out a land. Okay, let's untap you. Sure. And then at the end of the next round, we'll flash in the Soaring Thought Thief. Overwhelmed Archivist. Draw a card, then discard a card. All right, cool. We'll flash this guy in. All right, now we have all the land that we could ever want. That turns into a 4/4. This is flying. So if I did the 2 to equip that here, this takes 2 and 3. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so we'll do that. We'll equip you over to here. And then we'll bring in you. And then we will equip you there. And that's all my land. But that gives us a lot more utility. So I will attack with both of these. And whoever, if he chooses to block, will get chunked. And we will have... Yeah, that's fine. And then everything gets a 2/2 token on it, or counter on it. We are just that strong. He is choosing to take the damage. Interesting. Okay. We played a land, I think, right? Yeah, we definitely did. We had to have. This one. The dual land. Walking Archivist. Yep. So he's going to draw a card. Well, I can have him sacrifice 2 creatures, and I think we have lethal. So we'll have a drop of a land. We will sacrifice a creature. We'll have him sacrifice a creature. And then we've got lethal. So we click this, we do the Alpha Strike right here, right there. Yep. Nice. Okay. And what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Ancient Den. Just an artifact land? Okay. This was another one of those. Overwhelmed Archivist. This could potentially be good. I like having this one. This guy, not so much. Just get rid of that. Compulsive Research. Draw a card. And just, so it's Brainstorm, but more expensive. Unless they discard a land. Oh, okay. Yeah. And then we'll get rid of you. Cool. All right. All right, we're going to go this way. Oh, am I stuck? Am I stuck? Am I stuck? Let's fight the golem. Let's fight the golem. Rusted golem, what do you got? We will play. We've got 3 land. Perfect. Mulligan down to 6. Sucks to be him. That happens to us last time. So he plays white as well, but it's a snow-covered land, so we got to watch out for that. Drop the island down. Let's see here. I need to get this out about as quickly as possible. That one. Oh, he's playing white-red. But it's a golem deck. What is this? Soul Tether Vanishing 1. This permanent comes into play with a time counter. As being your upkeep, remove time counter and sacrifice it. Whenever another creature comes, put it... Oh, okay. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, so we'll drop this down. He has to put another creature out. This isn't an instant, which sucks. I could bounce it to his hand, but this seems just like a really convoluted way of doing things. I can't bring this guy out yet. I can't bring that guy out yet. Let's just get rid of it. Let's just get rid of it. It's a 3/3. I don't like him having that. We will end turn and then take care of that. A Dune Mover. What be you? Toxic. That's great. When Dune Mover enters, may search your library, shuffle it. Okay. Yep, that makes sense. Right. That sucks. We didn't get another land. I can flash this in. It's not got Death Touch. So, okay, and this can only block creatures with flying. I think we kind of have to play this. Let's end our turn. Let's see what he does. Yep, he's going to hit me for 2. So we will bounce that back to his hand. And Disruptor Wanderer Glyph. Exile target card from opponent's graveyard. What do I have my... Oh, the sacrifice. Alright, so we got our land, which is great. because now I have a response to things. Not a good one, but I do. Okay, so I feel like if I go for the long play, this is the better one. And also it baits out any removal that he has. So let's do that. All right, good. And we will end turn. Untap you. Yep, he's attacking. He's removing that. I will not block. I will eat the damage. Okay. Karn reforged. Yep, power and toughness to the number of artifacts. At the beginning of your upkeep. Okay. Mana value of the card. Yeah, that's just ridiculous. That's just ridiculous. Karn is such a broken card. I don't have removal to deal with him, which sucks. I do have this, though. There. I can attack. Yep, so we'll attack. It's going to take 4 damage. I'm going to untap all my lands. I can choose to flash in the Fairy Bandit. That's not going to help me because it can only block flyers. I guess I'll bring out the Magic Bandit. Maybe it gives me a chump blocker. And then, okay, and then we can untap a land. I guess the island, let's do that one. Yep. Yep. All right, so he's getting a bunch of stuff out now. But he does not have a flyer yet, which is good. If any opponent successfully casts or summon an artifact creature spell, destroy. Okay. All right, fair enough. He's not attacking. All right, so this is slowly getting more powerful, which is great. We can bring him out. Let's do that for 0. Yep, and so that summons that. He has to take 4, or he sacrifices a permanent. He chose to take the 4. We've got lethal. Nice. Yes. Worked out really well. All right, you Rust Golem. What did you give me? Not anything good. Until end of next turn, target has to create... Okay. Conspicuous Snoop. Goblin Rogue. Play with the top card revealed. You may cast a goblin spell. Oh, this is really good if we had a goblin deck up and running. Okay. Enters tapped or cycling. Okay, and then Tribal Golem. When it has long as beast. As long as you control a goblin. As long as you control a soldier. Interesting. Okay. Well, it's a very expensive card for what it does. We'll hold on to those two. Can I duck this way? I can. I'm doing it. Whoa. I didn't see that other one there. All right, we're going to go back this way. We're going to hold here. Okay, so they're coming around. I'm going back around. Oh, you sneaky, sneaky guys. Yep, all right. I guess I will have to fight these guys. I'm trying to be sneaky. Guys, I'm trying to not be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. No, don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. That's a mulligan. Oh, God, that's a mulligan, too. We're going to mulligan again. I don't want to drop any more lands. 2 lands. All right, I guess what I'm going to do, on the bottom of my library, I will put 1, 2. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. We'll keep it. That sucks, but we'll keep it. Okay, and turn. Yep, untap that. There's our tap land and turn. We're going to lose this. I can almost feel with like a 70% certainty the game says thou shalt lose. Which is fine. Which is fine. There. Oh, there's our land. Let's do it. Let's get rid of it. Let's get rid of him. Let's get rid of the golem. And then we will end turn. Untap that. What? Emblazoned Golem. It has a kicker of X. Okay, so he made it gave it a little bit of a boost. Gotcha. Let's do Credelf. And then we will end turn. Untap you. Legion Extruder. Deals 2 damage to any target. Sacrifice an artifact, create a 3/3 golem. Gotcha. Okay, Defender. Yep, okay. That sucks. Let's bring... I feel like this is the more important one. And then we will not Alpha Strike. We'll end turn. This one. There. Let's equip you. And end turn. So now he's got way more potency. 6/6. That's fabulous for you. I'm so glad that you've got a 6/6. That's just great for you. Can't attack or block unless an opponent has 8 or more cards in their graveyard. Well, target player mills 2. Let's bring out another creature just to have one. There. And do I start attacking? I think the answer is yes. I think I have to. He's not choosing to block. So he mills. We scry. We need the land. So he's down to 5. We will end turn. That one there. Yep, we're going to take the 2. That's fine. Okay. Now, bring out this right here. Not that I can actually equip it. That's fine. I think we'll be okay. Everyone attacks. I think you can be okay doing your thing. He is choosing to block. So he's sacrificing it. He had the land to sacrifice it. And he got a 3/3 golem out of it. We hit him for 3. So we'll have lethal next round. No, he's making me mill 2 cards at the end of my turn. And we're going to hit that right there. Yep, I'm going to eat the 3. Tribal Golem. Alright, we dropped a swamp. There, good. We've got him. We got him. There, perfect. Right here, and then we will Alpha Strike. Hit everybody. Punch him right in the face. Punch them right in the face. In their stupid, stupid face. Yeah, we'll auto that. We'll auto that. There we are. Unblockable. Heck you, guy. Nice. I just wanted to leave. I just wanted to leave. Okay? Can you just let me leave? Enters the battlefield. You may search your library. And... oh, okay. Maybe. Howling Golem. Each player draws a card. Maybe. Campus Guide. Enters the battlefield, search your library. So a little bit of land fixing. Okay. That one we're already going to sell. Each tech. No, I don't think I need that. We have one of those already. We'll get rid of you. And yeah, let's get rid of this. So basically we're selling everything. We're selling everything. All right, cool. Now I'm going to go up the stairs. Okay, I'm going to go up the stairs and I'm going to fight this spirit. That's going to suck, actually. That's going to suck. Dang it. Oh, the land. All right, good. We're good. We're good. We're good. He mulliganed down to 5. Okay. Let's do that. End turn. Phantom, huh? Other spirits get... Wow, that's actually pretty good. That's actually pretty good. And I can't do anything... well, I can, actually. What am I talking about? I can do something about that. I am going to do that right now, actually. Right here. That creature. There. That one. And Stormgeist. Stormgeist can't be blocked. Only by a creature. Can only block creatures flying. On dying, when this creature dies, return it with +1. If it had... Okay. When this creature dies, if it had no +1/+1 counters on it, return it to the battlefield under its owner's control with a +1/+1 counter on it. That's unfortunately very nice for him. That sucks. I can bring out Kiku, or I can bring out... Let's do that. Let's bring out the Aven. End turn. Alright. Dream Shackle. Geist. At the beginning of your combat, choose one. Tap target creature. Target creature opponent's control doesn't untap during his next phase. So he's probably going to... Okay. Well... What do I want to do here? Well, I can kill that. I think that's the right play. Let's see what he has. Flying, that's flying. So, he's going to block me. Okay, when that comes in, we're gonna kill that. We're gonna kill that, and then I don't have another way to play this. I can bounce from his hand. Okay. Let's see here. End turn. There's nothing I can do. I can't get by this to attack him. Defending. During your upkeep, scry 1. Okay, good for you. Another land, but it's a tap land, so we gotta wait another turn. I could bring out Kiku. I could bring out the Librarian. Let's drop the sword. There, and then we'll end turn. Untap you. Yep, he's gonna scry. Other spirits get +1/+1. That's... I suppose you cast from your graveyard. Get one less expensive. That's stupid and annoying. Okay, so if I equip this to my Aven, I can start hitting him because he has... This gives him protection from blue, essentially. I think that's really what I need to do. Yeah. So if I equip you, 1, 2. And then he's a 3/6. Milling his library, but this gives utility to the Patrician Geist. That sucks, but that's the only way I think I can start really hitting him. Alright, let's do it. Let's see what happens here. Let's make something happen. Because you can't just defend the whole time. Right? You got to be able to attack. Alright, what do you got? Mirror Hall Mimic. Enter the battlefield. Copy any creature on the battlefield in addition to its other type. Deals deals combat damage to a player. That player puts... Oh. Okay. I'm going to take the Mirror Hall Mimic, and I will... So, it flips enchant... Okay, so... At the beginning of your upkeep, create a token copy. Yeah, I think I'm going to take this one. The Mirror Hall Mimic. That's the right one to take. Okay, and then he's going to mill a bunch, and then I can cast that, can't I? Oh, no, I can't. It's a little too expensive. I cancel that real quick. Okay, we're going to untap this land right here, so that way I could potentially flash in the Brazen Borrower to kill one of these things. And chump block if I really wanted to, so that's good. So he's choosing to attack. Do I eat the 3? I feel like the answer is yes, because it's not that bad. And if this dies, it's going to come back as a 4/4. Okay, so just a 2/2 or a 1/1, but because it's getting pumped by that. Ooh, that's not good. That's not good. That's going to give him a 5/5. And I can't do this because he'll choose to sacrifice that, and that's going to suck for me. Let's bring out Kiku, I guess. Or, hang on. Do I cast the Mirror Mimic? And do I copy... Do I copy this? I think I do. I think I do. Okay, cancel that. Bring you out. Yep. Okay. Alright. Apply replacement effect. You may enter as copy. Yes. We will copy you. And let's see here. Is there anything else I want to do? I guess I could have copied this one. That might have been the better play. Not a big deal. Not a big deal, because I think we'll be okay. We'll keep on hitting him for 4 damage and stealing cards. Dungeon Geist enters tap target creature that doesn't untap as long as you control it. That's actually pretty good. I kind of want to steal that from him. Yeah, I feel like that's the one I need to take. How much is it? It's 4. Yep, we'll take that one. We'll take that guy. I'll take it. All right, so there's that. Okay, there, and that one. Sure. He's not attacking me. Cure a great glass spinner. Flying creatures. Whenever this creature becomes the target of a spell. Oh, well, that's awful. Okay. That sucks. Yep. Yep. And choose creature that will not untap. What creature would not untap? Which one do I find the most threatening? This one? He hasn't surveyed yet, so he can't attack with this one. That one's just letting him scry. I guess it's this one? I guess it's that one. But the ability's countered because of that, so you can't really... Didn't matter. It didn't matter. It didn't matter. That sucked. That was terrible. Whatever. Let's see here. So we have a 4/4 and a 2/2 and a bunch of 2/2s. Not really super helpful right now. Great. So glad that he has the ability to make these threatening. There. Yep, we're going to attack. What else can I steal from you? Counter target spell. Well, we can do another mirror hall. Or we can do this guy. Let's do the mirror hall. There. Cool. We got another Wolfie token. Yes, excellent Wolfie tokens. Love him. There. And untap land to do that. Yep, he's gonna scry. I think we've got it. Let's drop the land. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I mean, I guess I'll bring out the Larcenist, right? I could have brought out the Mirror Mimic. It wouldn't have been lethal, but still. All right, so 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, not quite there yet. Yep. Whenever I deal damage. All right, now what do you got for me? Is unblockable. Think tank at the beginning of your upkeep. Look at the top card of your library. You may put it in your. Okay. I'll just do Sinister Sabotage. Let's take that one. All right, we got a wolf token. We'll end our turn. Untap the dual land. Doing that. He does have a way of surveying. Oh, look at that. Why isn't he even doing... Oh, because it costs 3. Gotcha. Gotcha. Alright. Yep, can't. It's unblockable. It's a little late for that. You silly man. It is a little late for that. We win. We win. I'll just end it. We'll just end it right here. With... just to see the melee. Yep. Okay. That's a 4/4. We'll take that one out and then do that. And then reveals the exiled cards. Mirror Mimic. Okay. And then we won. Cool. Awesome. What do we got? Geist of the Archive. We're going to get rid of those. That's not a bad one. Counterspell and then Survey. Okay, so we're going to go out and we're going to save the game. Again, because the game crashed, so I don't want to have to replay the stuff that we're doing, unfortunately. Probably something they'll patch out. Oh, butts. Oh, look at those moves. Look at those moves. Look at those moves. We totally broke his ankles. Oh, yeah. We're the best. We're the best. All right, right here. Good. Great. Awesome. In we go. All righty. We're going back up. Oh, nope. We're not going that way. Go this way. Go this way. Nice. Get up here. Good. So I can search these shelves, but I was watching another player, streamer, play this game, and there's a quest that you can get to come back here, and I don't want to break it. So, yeah. 1, 2, 3. Wow, we got a bunch of tap lands, but that's okay. We will keep it. All right, let's play our land there. Oh, good. I'm so glad that you got a turn 1, 1, 1. Yay. So glad for you. Yay. So, parenting advice. Hard truths about being a parent. You out there in TV land. I don't know if you have kids, if you have just fur babies, or if you are a step parent, but this applies to everyone out there. If you want to stay up to date on these talks, please hit that subscribe button. But what I'm going to talk with you guys about today is a hard truth for parenting that I had to experience this week. And my kids were in the school talent show. And if you know anything about the school talent shows, if you have seen them or anything like that, great. The school talent shows are fertile grounds for kids to become the target of bullies. And the reason why is because, you put yourself out there. You do a skill, you do a thing, you sing a song, you do a dance, you do a karate form, you do any number of things with yourself or with a group of friends, your friends, and it turns into, a fun memory most of the time. But there are those times when it's not a fun memory, when you have um, kids that take it to a dark place, kids that take it to a place where they use that as like, oh man, did you see so and so on the talent show? They totally messed it up. They totally um, sang a song and were totally off key, stuff like that. And that was really hard for me as a parent to watch my kids want to do this, go through the steps, and have this internal anxiety, this internal stress of like, no, please don't do it. I don't want you to get made fun of. But the hard truth I'm going to drop on you is you have to let your kids experience this. You have to. They have to be pushed outside their comfort zone. They can't live under your skirt the entire life, their entire lives. It's just not possible, not feasible, not realistic. It's not fair to them. It's not fair to you. And you're depriving them of so much potential growth and so much potential opportunities to experience the good and the bad in life. And it's super difficult for anyone who's a parent to have those moments of, I don't want my kid to get hurt, but I know that they have to. Because if they don't, they're never going to grow. They're never going to learn. And that was the hard truth that I had to swallow for our this week at the kids talent show. If you've had any situations like that, let me know and how you dealt with them. I had to talk with my wife about it a little bit, where I would, jokingly said, this is making me so anxious. And she's like, why? It's like, the kids are just going to get, so made fun of. And it's like, no, they're not. You'll be fine. They'll be fine. And I'm like, all right, fine. I'll stop. I'll keep my anxieties to myself. We are not in a good place right now. Let me say that. And I say we're not in a good place because we are struggling right there. Okay, good. But we're able to come back here. We got 3 and 2. Yep, we're good there. Countering the spell. Okay. That's fine, I suppose. He surveyed, and now that thing cannot attack. Let's see. There. Okay, good. We can look, and do I want this? Let's put it on the top of our library. But yeah, the talent show for my kids, it went off pretty well. They sang Wonderwall, and it was adorable. It was a wonderful experience for them to go through. And the school that they go to right now, it's a public school, and the audience loved it. I mean, it wasn't like a big group of kids or anything like that. But the audience loved it, and I thought it was really nice that the audience actually kind of really enjoyed their singing and enjoyed all the acts, actually, all of them. So yeah, pretty awesome. Return target card to owner's hand. And he's going to. Yep. All right. Well, that sucks. Whenever he's scry 2. Okay, so we can block. That's a flyer. So we can't block any of it. All right, fine. All right, let's bring out these 2 there, and we'll end our turn. Untap there. Okay. Yep. I can block that. Why wouldn't I block that? Stormgeist, so he has can only block creatures undying. Okay, so that's the other one. Okay, good. Mox Ruby. Yep. We're gonna take the hit with 2 life, but we get an extra mana rock out. Literally the original mana rock. We're gonna take this. Put that on you. right there. What's survey? Okay. Yeah, I do want the sword. Okay. We're going to take the 2 from the sword, but that's fine. That's a 4/4. Oh, I shouldn't have equipped this on her. Shoot, I misplayed. That might cost me the game. We are going to click OK. We're going to end turn. We'll just keep blocking. All right, so there's the larcenist. We'll bring that out. Wait, I surveyed. I put them in my... Oh, I did that wrong. All right, so he's countering that. All right, so now this thing can attack, right? 3 or more. Yeah, so he's got the 3. That thing can attack now. All right. Yep, we'll top deck that. There. He's got... Yep, okay. We're gonna end turn. Yeah, this isn't gonna... I think we're got. Tap target creature doesn't untap during targets. Yep, he's got me. Yeah. So 2 or 1, 3, 8, 7. I have to block. But if I do, this dies. Well, you know what? That's unfortunate. I think he's got me. He's got a flyer there. End turn. Let's see. 1, 3. Yep, he's got me. You can offer a draw, which is very interesting. All right, well, that fast traveled me out, so we will actually save again real quick. That sucked. All right. Get healed up, and then we'll go back in there. Alrighty, off we go on an adventure. Oh, we're going to let them path their way. Interesting. Oh, darn it. Their aggro leash is very weird. I could just save myself the time and fight them, and I don't want to, okay? You can't make me. I want to beat up librarians. I feel bad. Let's go this way. Let's go this way. Let's go this way. And fight you. All right. Spirits. We will play. We will keep. We will drop land. And we will end turn. Okay. Swamp. Kiku. There. Good. End turn. Untap that. Oracle the Alpha. Knowing that he has the ability to copy this, it makes me more hesitant to put this out. So I'm going to put out the Thieving Haven first. And then we can hit him for 1 damage. Take that! And untap a land. Stormgeist. Yep, okay. Drop another land. Next round we can get Teferi out, so that's pretty awesome. This isn't going to be able to attack. I could have that kill itself, but then it comes back and I could kill it again. So I guess we'll wait. Yeah, we will end turn. This one. Oh, returning to my hand. Okay, well, that's fine. Because he's just going to attack me for 2. That's okay. Drop the swamp. Let's tap Kiku. There. Yep, it's going to come back as a 3/3. I understand. I understand what I just did. I know. I know. I'll take the 3 damage, but then next round I'll be able to take it out. I know. It's strategies. Stratagems. Alright, and then end turn. Untap. Why? That's odd that he chose to do that. But okay. Let's bring out... Hang on. Let's bring out Teferi. Let's bring him out. And then we will have him create a guy and hit him with everyone. And then we'll end turn. Untap that land. Enters. So, okay. Well, oh, so, yeah. So that has vigilance. So I don't know why he did that. Does it not untap? I guess it doesn't. Huh. Interesting. All right, we'll draw another card. And then we'll get some loyalty counters. Okay. Let's do it this way. Yep, auto pay for that. There, good. Now, when we cast these 2 spells, he's going to get hit for 1 damage each, which is great. And then we Alpha Strike, hit him for another 3. And we'll take that. Stormbound and a Shriek Geist. So he mills for 2. If he hits me. Okay. But I think we're pretty strong right now. So I drop this right here. And... do that. And then... right here. You chose to sacrifice that one. That's fine. Do that. Oh, no. There. Kill that. And then he came back. That's fine. I know. Again, it's a 3/3. I understand what I just did. He came back as a 3/3. I get it. But now I can take it out. Yeah. Alpha Strike minus U2. And he chose to take the damage. Very interesting. And we will untap that land. Okay, so he's taking out Teferi. That's fine. I have lethal next round, so... And then if I do... that... there. And there. We'll just win by casting an instant. And then we take a bunch of tokens and put them on the spirits. Yes, excellent. Look at those spirits. I've got spirits. How about you? I've got spirits. Yes, that's true. Think, and we win. That went very differently from the first time. We'll get rid of you. And... there. That's not bad, but I don't see myself using it. 3rd floor. Golem. Let's go this way. Ah. Well, we got the moves. We got the moves. We got the moves. We've got the moves. You see that? Oh, that's a different one. That's not a Rust Golem. That's a Golem Sentinel. That's different. We've got the land we need, so we're going to keep it. And he mulliganed, which is unfortunate, but I accept the mulligans. And we'll end turn. What is he playing? He's playing white. Okay. He's probably playing white-blue. What do I want to do here? Let's bring out Kiku just to get a creature on the board to see if he has any removal. We'll end our turn. And we'll untap you. So he's just playing white. Wall of Junk. When Wall of Junk enters, return it to its owner's hand at end of combat. Okay. Why would you do that? I don't understand this. We'll bring this in right there. And then we will end turn. So he's got a wall deck. Okay. Well, it's a good thing we have rogues. Because they get by the wall. Let's bring that out. Right there. And right there. Is there such a thing as like a wall of rogues or something like that? Or something that can block all walls? Weathered Sentinel. Defender, yep, whenever. Weathered Sentinels can attack players who attacked you during their last turn as though they didn't have Defender. Attacks, it has 3, +3/+3. Okay, well, that sucks. That sucks quite a bit, actually. I could kill it. 1, 2. Yeah, I could kill it right now. Yeah, I think I have to. And then we bring out the Grim Bauble. And then there. Had to use them both to take that out. But it's worth it because now I can hit him and not have any fear of a 5/5 coming back at me. Living Wall. I used to have this card. It was terrifying. Look at that thing. Terrifying. And then Walking Bulwark. Alright, so I think we're good. Right? Like, until end of target creature with Defender gains haste and attacks as though it didn't have Defender. Assign combat damage equal to its toughness rather than its power. So he's going to hit me with a 7/7. But I'm going to make him mill half his cards and get a blocker that's a chump blocker. Okay. I think I accept this. Yeah, okay. There. Wall of Spears. Okay. I mean, I don't know why he's just letting this go. But whatever. Let's have him sacrifice a creature. So, why would he do that? That was his only way of getting himself to attack. That's an odd choice. Wingmantle Chaplain. Create a bird token whenever the creature enters the battlefield. Create another bird token. Oh, okay. So this is like your... Yep. Okay. So he just made a bunch of flying 1/1s. I don't think that's going to save him. I will just keep on hitting him. I don't see a reason why I wouldn't. Yep, so he's going to create another bird token, another bird token. Okay. He's not attacking with the ones he has because he knows he's lost. So I'll just do this. Right there. Yep. We got him. Good. Pretty straightforward fight. Mana screwed. Looks like we've lost our card art again. Oh, okay. Howling Fury. Exile. Holographic double. When enters Defender. Oh, this one. We'll get rid of that guy. And we'll get rid of Wall of Shields. Get rid of that as well. Alright, cool. Win a game despite having only played 3 lands. Okay, I guess I kind of have to go up. And we're fighting a mirror. That's great. I'm gonna save the game. I can't do that. Alright, so we need to edit the deck, and we need to put that boomerang spell back in here. That is 100% what we need to do. Where's that spell? Where am I looking for it? Let's see here. Target player puts 4 cards from library into hand, slice into our... This one. This one right here. We'll add that to our deck. And then, is there anything else that would help? Anything else that I can think of? No. Not that I can see. This might be a good idea to stop him from doing things, because mirrors are going to be annoying. I did pick this card up. I don't know if it's worth it to put in our deck. Whenever Krang and Shredder enters combat, each opponent exiles the top card of their library until they hit a non-land. And then at the beginning of your end step, if a permanent left the battlefield under your control this turn, you may cast a card exiled with Krang without paying its mana cost. Not really something that we could do easily. This could be interesting against his deck. Enters and gain control of target artifact as long as you control this guy. That can be good against his deck as well. Let's kind of see. Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see what we're gonna get up against first. You stand in front, in front of you stands one of the largest constructs you've ever seen. In contrast to the golems below, its shape seems to be less modeled after humanoids and more after a unique form of its own. Behind the machine, you see the remnants of many books pulled from the shelves below, now torn asunder. Note, this encounter is difficult and optional. It is? Like, I can't turn. How is this optional? I have to do this for the quest, right? Search the library of research about the mechanics of summoning spells. Bye. Love you. Have a good day. What?
You look happy.
I am happy.
Okay.
I saw your face. Your face is nice. I like seeing it. It makes me happy.
Okay.
Okay. Bye, wife. Locate the research. So I guess I don't have to fight this thing. I just have to search the scrolls? Do I want to do that? Let's go figure that out. Here you find a collection of copied plans of various goblin inventions. The transcriber added notes alongside each, rating each on a scale of will definitely explode to won't work well enough to explode. Interesting choice of verbiage. Let's go down this way. S35 maintained insistence on not having been summoned previously. Upon initiation of stage 7, however, S35 exhibited lessened signs of sickness and appeared to at least subconsciously anticipate danger approaching in stage 12 once we summon S36 to... Oh, there we go. Okay, it seems the research you've been looking for. Take the documents. These are likely more to be found here, but you have what Sir Donovan requested and can leave the way we came in. Oh, nice. Okay, so I guess I really don't have to. Run away! Run away! No! Run away! There's a chest here. After I get the loot, run away. Yeah, it looks like I have to reload the game again. Alright. Yikes. Take this. Oh, no. Focus on the magic. The price of magic focuses not on direct effect of spells, but the cost of consequences of casting them. It isn't a very popular book. Okay, fair enough. Oh, that's a mimic. That was a mimic, guys. That was a mimic. We found a mimic. It's not the first time I found a mimic. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, cool. Well, we're going to do what we can do. We're going to fight this mimic. Yep, that's fine. It's only got 12 life. Feel bad. Like, you know what? Let's do it. Let's bring her out. And turn. And we'll untap. Okay. Bring out this. Let's do that. We're going to take the 2 hit from Mai, and that's fine. We're going to attack. Nope, wait. Yeah, we'll attack. We'll attack. We'll attack. They don't have anything down, so might as well, right? Might as well, right? Take the advantage while you can. Bye! Sorry, waving to my wife. She was leaving. Alright. What are you? Shore Crasher Mimic. Shapeshifter when you play a spell that's both blue, green and blue, becomes a 5/3. Jeez. Well, fine. That's just dandy. But guess what? You can't do anything about this creature now. And I get blockers. That one. Yep, so he's going to take 2 damage, and he's putting that on the bottom of my library. I don't know why you would do that. I don't understand why you would do that. We win right now. Okay. Thanks for the win. Alright. Croesus Charm. Esper Charm. Croesus Charm. Doragaz Charm. These are all different charms, obviously. Tamir Charm. Or Tamur Charm. None of them are interesting enough to hold on to, really. Whenever you cast this... wait. Whenever you cast a spell that's both red and blue. So this would really be good for our Is It deck. So that's a really good card to get. White and red. Green and black. Okay, so yeah, we'll get rid of these guys right here. Cool. Right, now we go this way. We go down. And then we go down this way. And then... I don't want to keep beating up the librarians. So... yeah, one of the things, as I was saying before, that I struggled with this week's events, my kids were in the talent show, and I had anxiety about them getting picked on or not doing well. And the hard truth about the parenting thing is you've just got to let it happen. You have to. You can't let your fear govern their lives. You don't want your trauma to be their trauma. Do you know what I mean? And that's a really difficult thing as a parent to kind of one, recognize, and two, curb the tendencies to do that. So it's like, well, what do you do? How do you handle that? There's a lot of different ways. One of them is to talk with your significant other, your partner, and try and find a way to say like, hey, I'm being crazy. I need you to not make me crazy about this. Confide in them, tell them your anxieties, and ask for help. That's really like the first and foremost thing, because having that external data point, having that external um, monitoring system is really helpful for a lot of reasons. And it makes it so that you are not constantly being judged, but have that check and balance for yourself, you know? And that's an important thing when you're in such a difficult position as child care. You want to make sure that your kids are getting unbiased help. You're not trying to make them into you, you're trying to make them into better versions of you. Does that make sense? All right. Welcome to the Great Lighthouse, a shining beacon of civilization. As you enter the tavern and take a moment to realize that the voice from over your shoulder is speaking to you, but it's not the Crixus. I take it you were expecting my associate, Sir Donovan, leads you to a table before continuing. Akirix is on leave indefinitely. Welcomed to return to my service, but only once he has fully overcome the grief of Guinevere's passing, another of my employees whom he had somewhat of a relationship with. Hand him the research and tell him about the occupants of the library. I am curious if this is related to another incident. Donovan pilfers through his satchel for a moment before giving you a map and your latest wage of 500 gold. A historian got quite a surprise recently at a dig site, and I would like to know if the two groups have a common source. Sir Donovan gives you a sense of deja vu as he hands you a map and another of his amulets. Explore the site, look for signs that the two groups are connected or distinct. Use the amulet when you're done, and we'll find somewhere to meet. Understood. All right, cool. Nice. What do I want to do? So I got 500 bucks. Got a little bit more than 500 in my inventory right now. What do I want to do? There's not really, I think, a lot here. Like these things. All right, yeah, I'm gonna take a moment. I'm gonna reload the game. So let's go here. Let's save the game. There, okay. And then we'll have to go here and we will exit, abort, or hit OK, I should say. All right, so we exited the game and now we're going back to that. And then we're going to reload the game so we can get the card art to pop back in. It's not usually this glitchy or fickle. Must be one of the latest updates they did, messed with it. It's a bit unfortunate. That is a bit unfortunate. Yeah, preparing the database, finishing up. Cool. Great. All right, so we're going to continue. All right, so where are we going? Soldier invasion or the dig site? Where's this one? Flame quarry. Oh, that's all the way back in the red biome. Do I care? Not right now. We're on an epic quest for Sir Donovan. Dig site. All right, where am I going? So it's in between the black and... Is it better to go to the neutral one? You think? Green is right here. Black is here. I guess we'll go to the black one. Yeah, sure. All right, cool. Oh, that's not what I wanted. That's not what I want. Stop hitting the buttons, knucklehead. There, we'll use that. Yes, we will fast travel away. Oh, hey, we had a subscribe about an hour ago. I am so sorry I missed that. Abdullah, thank you so much for taking the time to subscribe. The notification didn't go off. Yeah, enable notification block. The event sound didn't go off. Huh, I'm sorry I missed that, but thank you so much. All right, so in the Black City here, is there anything that we were really kind of in the market for? Not necessarily. I mean, there's a couple of things, but meh. That's all I'm gonna say. Let's see. Okay, the card art is fixed. That's good. Veto Thorn of the Dusk Rose. Whenever you gain life, target opponent loses that much life. Oh, we could make that broken infinite combo with this card. Yeah. That'd be fun. Let's see if I can just pick that up. And then if I find that other card, we can just basically win once we get them out. Let's see here. Questing Druid. Mills 2 cards. Grotesque Hybrid. Meh. What do you got? What do you got? Legion of the Pit. At the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice a creature. Okay. Apocalypse Demon. Chaos. None of these. Oh, Nurgle Rot. That's a fun card. Yep, one creature dies. You get a 1/3 black demon. Oh, that's fun. So, but that's a really expensive demon to get out. Your end step. A non-random line in your hand perpetually gains. When you cast this spell, you lose 3 life. Okay. I mean, that's a 6/6 for 4, which is pretty good. The Soul Stone. There it is, right there. That's not bad to get it. Mox Opal, too. I can get that right now. The Opal one, activate only if you control 3 or more artifacts. So we could kind of put that in our deck now. I will get that. River Churn. Puppet Strings. Okay. I feel like I need to save the money and get that. I could just probably just stop right at the inn right now and sell that. In fact, why don't I do that? Just to get that in my hand right now. Let's see here. Whenever enters under control, you gain a life. Whenever you gain life. So this would work with the other creature. Yeah, kind of. Death Touch, Singer Vampire. These are just card packs for $1,000. These are vampires, I believe. Oh no, Orzhov. Okay. Yeah, I don't really play white black. Ooh. From Tarkir, True Hearts, Angel, Rothulk, Carrion Feeder, Death Touch. Nah, nothing really interesting there. That's more of a zombie thing. This is spiders and bugs. Lilith. Ooh. So that's not bad. If we're doing a spider deck. Well, we're not really doing a spider deck. We're not doing a spider deck. We're not doing a spider deck. Crazed Paladin. Jovas. Burrow Witches. Okay. Okay. Dread Rider, not necessarily something. Alright, we're gonna go to the next settlement. Ah, stay away from me, fly. Alright, is it here? Oh, no, that's not what I wanted to do. As you approach the town square, a man climbs down from a packed wagon. He glances around and walks towards you. You there. You look like a capable individual. Well, capable is my middle name. He looks perplexed for a moment, but glances back at the wagon as though distracted by it. I was hoping you could handle some business. Business? What sort of business? Onto a fresh land. We've done this quest many times. Yep, exactly. All I have is the deed stating I own the cave, so we accept the quest, and yeah, it's not on a time limit or anything like that, so we'll be able to take it pretty quick and easy. All right, so if we sell the cards, we'll get another 200. Okay, good. All right, fair enough. And then if we go back to the main city, after we dodge this fly. Oh, this thing's persistent. Most flies are. There we are. Okay, we're going back to the main city now. And then we go up here. And we will get the Infinity Stone right there. That seems like a really good buy. What was the effect again? I forget what the effect was. Infinity Stone MTG. Soul Stone, right? Yeah, that's the Soul Stone. That's one we just picked up. Indestructible adds Black Manosaurus. Exile a creature you control harnesses Soul Stone. Once harnessed, its Infinity ability is active. At the beginning of your upkeep, return target creature card from your graveyard to battle. Oh, okay. So that's actually pretty good. It's kind of expensive, but it's an indestructible mana rock. So, yeah, I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. All right. Let's get out of here and we'll save the game. Right there. Good there. Let's go into our deck. We'll edit this. We'll remove this one. I do like having this in here because it plays well with Teferi and these two Larcenists. Honestly, the weakest card I think we have right now is Lazav for our creatures. He can turn into other creatures from my... Yeah, I think I'm going to get rid of Lazev. And I think that's pretty much it. Is there anyone else that I can get rid of? I mean, maybe the Grim Bauble. Alright. So then if I go here, and nope, there it is right there. We'll just add that to the deck. Alright, cool. And then we will save the game. Not that we really have creatures to... Well, I guess it makes no sense to put that in the deck, because we really don't have creatures that we are cycling from our graveyard. It's just basically an it's just to have it in there to have it in there. So is it really worth it? I guess the answer is no. I think the answer is really no. It's not worth it for us to have that in there. So, yeah. Oh, hey, Tortoise, how we doing? What are your thoughts on the Soul Stone here? I don't think it works for my deck. I'm going to remove it for now, but if you can tell me a good reason to put it back in, I'll put it back in. I'm not running like a recovery deck or anything like that, and its Infinity ability is basically just bringing creatures back from the graveyard, and I don't have that function in this deck, so it seems like that's a little bit of a waste. I just spent 3,000 gold to buy it just to have it in case I did something like that. But I just, yeah, I think it was just too much of a, we'll say, ooh, that's a really cool looking card purchase. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with that either. But still. All right, let me see here. Where am I going? I gotta go. There's the cave down there. Darn it, that's not on the way. Where am I going? No, I don't want to track that one. I gotta track this one. Yeah, there we are. Okay, and then let me see. Where is it putting me? Where is it putting me? That's the eviction notice. Oh, wow, it put me all... Oh, that was in the... Oh. Oop, alright, so... Really, green is the closest one. Well, we are in the wrong place. This is not where I parked my car. Alright. Unbroken burrow. Let's see. Or unbroken bow. Sorry. What do I want to do here? I don't think there's really any green cards that I'm super interested in. Yeah, game meta. Yeah, and I don't think I have the utility in the deck for it. If I were to do something like what are they? The Gilgori. They're the black green decks where they do like creature cycling and stuff like that. That might have way more use in a deck of that nature, but not in the current deck I've got. If I did maybe even a zombie deck, that would be something better too. But just nothing is really. I think synergizing is the you know corporate speak that I'll throw out there for it. Nothing's really working with it, other than hey, I got an indestructible mana rock that lets me sacrifice a creature, then bring any creature back from the graveyard. All right, is this it? This is it. So this works out really well because that's right next to it. All right, approaching the site from the south. Your current path leads down into the freshly exposed entrance, now blocked by a metallic humanoid sentry. On your right stands a much newer structure, which you presume served as habitation for the digging crew and the scholars who employ them. All right, let's go see what this guy's... when you're ready, you should give Amulet to Sir Donovan a call. That didn't do anything, though. What does this guy got? Archaeologist. I was just here to pick up some old pieces of machinery. I didn't expect them to try and pick me up, but at least it wasn't snakes this time. Indiana Jones reference. Indiana Jones reference. Cool. All right, let's do this real quick. I want to make sure I got this up just in case there's another subscriber that shows up. There. Cool. All right. So we got one today. That's actually really nice. Really appreciate that. So if I go down in the cave, I guess, let me go outside and call Sir Donovan and see if he needs me to sweep this room. Sweep the ruins. Right here? Use? It's going to teleport me to the... Wait. What? The amulet lies inert until mana is channeled through it. Contact Sir Donovan. Yes? You funnel the power of your mana shards into the artifact. It takes using a few more of them before the device reacts this time, but eventually it glows in multiple colors once again. Once again, you get a feeling that you should go to a town, but it's a little more clear this time, and a particular name is on the tip of your tongue. Ferenian Crossing. You should go there. All right, where is the Ferenian Crossing? Let us go there and see if we can find Sir Donovan. Where's that one? That's the dig site. So down here? Why is he all the way down there? Right now, I guess I do go to the Blacklands. The Black Biome. Okay. Right here. We have plenty of crystals, so I'm not super upset to use them. Alright. Oop, that's a zombie. I don't need to fight them. Alright. Oh, that's a centaur. All right. Go this way, go around this way, go up this way. And that is a harpy. And, oh, that's a black knight. He is very angry. Let's go up and around. I think I would fight this guy. Oh, no, I went into town. Anything worth it? No, nothing worth it. Nothing worth it. All right, we're going north, and we're going to keep going. Yeah, get caught on that land. Oh, that harpy doesn't. Stay away. I'm trying to advance the story for all my viewers out there. Okay. Let's go. Is that blocked? Nope, sure ain't. Good. Going this way. Making progress. Nice. Right here. Busy. A middle-aged woman approaches you in what passes for a town square here, slipping a small but very identifiable portrait of you into her cloak. We share the boss man, as Akirix did upon meeting you. She pulls her hand back out of her cloak to flash an amulet matching yours. All right, you wonder to yourself where she got the portrait, who drew it, me, and when. Viv. Oh, that's another planeswalker. They calls me Viv. Those in who knows me it is. Quite an unusual accent you have. Donovan wanted to know if these two groups of automatons matched. Don't think so. That's a weird sentence. Similar but different. Donovan wants to know if these two groups are of automatons matched. I think so, mostly at least. I don't know. Similar but different. I'm gonna go with this one because that's grammatically correct. Thinks he does. Knows. For all the brevity in Viv's reply, it takes you a moment to realize she's asking if you're sure. Some are very similar, more similar than most golems I've seen in the wild. No big one this time, though, and several that I'd never seen before. Like a different builder copying the same example and both doing it very well. Let's do that one. No big one this time. Viv gives a passing echo of your words, even coming close to matching your natural voice. Bossman do certain I love that one. Mayhap sends me back after that jingle bag. Look, I'm not an expert in antique golem brands. Tell Bossman that one instead bigger laugh to hear. Okay. That's hard to read. It's hard to read. Before you can respond to that, she moves to walk off. Gets you the local jingle. Viv to bring Bossman's word. What? Oh, so I have to complete 3 quests. Alright, well, that's fine. I guess this is as good a spot as any to kind of stop. What do we got in the city here? Let's see what we got, though, before we leave. Elder Sworn Adjudicator. Flying, destroy. Okay. Memory Vault. Big Mauser. Green Mana Battery. Oh, I had all of these when they came out. I love these cards. These were a lot of fun to have in my deck. Atomic Microsizer. Monoskelion. Flowstone Armor. And then the Captain's Hook again. Endless one. On Eldrazi. Endless one enters with... Because you just basically summon this creature and it's just gigantic if you have the mana pool to make it gigantic. And if you can proliferate, it gets even more gigantic. Eye of Duskmantle. You can play land there among the graveyards and survey. Okay. Pit Spawn. If pit spawn removed from the game. Okay. Murderous Rider. This is a good one. Destroy target creature. You lose 2 life. Lifelink. I think this is actually something I could put in my deck. The Zombie Knight there. Doomed Deserter. When Doomed Deserter dies, create a zombie token. Killer Whale. Phyrexian Snow Crusher, sorry. Dreadbridge Goliath. Not something I'm super interested in. Empty City Ruse. Interesting. Rebuilding the Wall. Searing Wind. Deals 10 damage to target creature or player. If I were to put this in my red-blue deck, I have ways of making this more cost effective than the 1/8. I'll buy it just to have it for fun's sake. Target creature and create a Power Stone token. Interesting. Karam, okay. What about we got? What do we got in the first row? What do we got in the first row? Ring of 3 Wishes. Search your library for a card and put it into your hand. That's pretty expensive for that. Muse, Vessel, Skull of Orm. The Peregrine Dynamo. Carrot Cake. That's a fun one. Okay, Relic. Inherit Envelope. Then the ring tempts you. No, not something I'm interested in there. Buckleberry Fairy. I can return it to its hand. Okay. Ujin's Labyrinth. Final Fantasy. Limblum. Planar Nexus. So this is the place where I would go fishing for red blue lands if I really wanted to. This one's 1,000 for some reason. Imprint 1 Ujins enters the battlefield. You may exile a colorless card with mana value of 7 or greater from your hand. And then we can play that card. Well, so there you go. That's how I would cast that Scathing Wind. But you have to exile it from your hand. Okay, and if a card is exiled, you get 2 colorless. Okay. Okay. But yeah, this is where I would go to fish for lands. Alright. And then what about you? Oh, yay, saga, or sieges, right? Yeah, okay. Not sagas, these are sieges. Sagas are living enchantments. Green, yeah. What is this black one? Enters the battlefield. It deals 3 damage to any target, and you gain 3 life. Invasion of Kaladesh. Okay. I think I have one of these. Yeah, I do. I have one of these. Invasion of Varin. Draw 3 cards and discard a card. What about you? To each creature and planeswalker. I mean, that's not a bad one. I'll take that one. Molten Tail Masticore. Sacrifice unless you discard a card. Exile a card from a graveyard. Deals 4 damage to target creature or player. Thopter Shop. We can just create Thopters if we wanted to. River Delta. Kestalis. Obscure Storefront. Target creature gains flying. Okay. Nice. And then the Phyrexian stuff. Death Touch. Molten Drake. Interesting. Caustic Hound. Furnace Strider. Master Splicer. Sporogenetic Infection. Once one enters, target player sacrifices a creature other than the enchanted creature. Okay, all right. So that's a double removal in a way. Okay, all right. Not bad. I think today we had a really good day. I think so. I think we got a lot done. Jubilant Mascot. That's a fun little card right there. I like the twirling. All right, so we have to do quests for the next episode to get everything progressed. So my plan this week is we're going to work on getting our Is It deck set up. I had shown it at the beginning of the episode here. I'll show you guys now at the outro, and we'll do one last little plug for hardship in our world. So first and foremost, the Is It deck, as you can see, it's 91 cards in the right here. I'm going to obviously slim this down. I just basically put all the red-blue cards that I thought would be really helpful and useful for our deck in there. Not any regard for any synergy or any type of mechanics or anything like that. Is It decks, or Prismari decks as I understand it, function with two modes of utility. The first and foremost is instants and sorceries, using them and then creating copies of them and creating new targets for the spells, and then plinking the player for damage or destroying creatures and things like that. The other way they do it is by control, using blue to either remove or neutralize creatures that are on the board, and then having their red creatures with like prowess or flurry or double strike or activated second spells abilities to then do the damage and do effects, and vice versa too. There are some red removals and things like that. One of the things that is pretty interesting is we got this Eris Roar of the Storm. He's a very interesting one to have in the deck because for each different, so this spell costs 2 less to cast for each different mana value among instants or sorceries. So this guy will cost, instead of 8, he will cost 4. So he's a 4, or he's a 6 CMC. So he's got the 2, and then he's got this will go down as we go through it. And then whenever I cast my second spell, I create a 4/4 dragon token with prowess. And prowess, if you don't know the mechanic, prowess is the second spell, I believe, that you cast. Where is the one that has it? I think it's the second spell that you cast causes the creature to get +1/+1. Let me see if I had one. I know I have them. I just don't know where they're at. There's Magecraft, Ferocity, Ferocious. Yeah, that's odd. I thought I had one with prowess. Token there. I thought I had one. Let's see. Go back up top. Non-pirate. Multi-kicker. I guess I don't have one. Huh, I thought I did. But yeah, it's they get +1/+0 for spells that you cast. So that's why I would be interested in doing that. But yeah, a lot of this stuff I'm going to filter through. I'm going to try and look online and see if I can find some decks for red-blue combination deck and play during the week to get some additional cards to create the deck. That way we have a little bit of a fun time next week where we're not just running the red-blue, but we're running, black-blue, but we're running the red-blue deck as well, and having some fun with that and seeing if we can eke out some wins with a deck that I created as opposed to one that was supplied to us. But thanks so much for taking time out of your busy schedule. We talked about the hardships of being a parent, and one of the anxieties that I experienced this week was my kids did the talent show, and they did a really great job. I'm very proud of them for putting themselves out there, but I realized for myself that I had this anxiety of them getting made fun of for being in the talent show and participating and maybe not doing a good job, or having those jerk kids that just like, oh yeah, you did the talent show, oh you're so silly, so stupid, gosh, oh you sang that song, gosh, you sang so horribly, as kids do. And my kids are thankfully very strong in a lot of ways, but like any kid, they're still going to feel those feelings of people getting, down on them, or people being, put downs on them. And it's, your job as a parent to navigate that and not make your anxieties about them doing these things their anxieties. You want the bad stuff that you have to end with you. And it's hard. It's a challenge to keep those thoughts internal. And if they're not experiencing these things, they're not trying these things, they're never going to experience these things. They're never going to have these moments. They're never going to learn from them. They're never going to be able to grow. And so you have this double-edged sword from being a parent, and it's a hard act to follow, is your parents set you up the best way they knew how. And it's hard to follow what they had examples of, because in your heart some of them were not the best. And so now you're trying to navigate that with your own idiosyncrasies and mental instabilities, as well as your partners and your kids. So there's a lot of variables at play. And so it's hard to work through that, but I think you can do it. And if you're looking for a place to talk about it, we have a Discord. Join the Discord. It's an open free Discord that gives free games. And I say gives, I look up these articles and find free games for you to add to your library at no cost. There's great games out there. There's some indie games out there. There's some short, sweet games out there. And I think that it's a really great place to just chat about being a parent and what it means to be a parent in today's day and age. So enough ramblings. Thanks very much again. And we'll catch you next week, where I'll hopefully have a second deck for us to play around with. And I hope to see you then. Later.